Hey guys, Jamiy here today on Roblox. We're playing some more Loomian Legacy. As you can see, let's go on to today. We're going to go over Gobbidemic. I finally got a new one. I've been using a very smart one, which is still fine. I do need to tweak it a little bit low, but with this specific update in Loomian Legacy, Progon is super scary, so we do need a new Gobbidemic just so we can actually outspeed it, because the very smart one doesn't outspeed the Progon, unfortunately. So yeah, I need to get a new one. This took me so freaking long to get the secret ability. I have rallied for like at least 8 hours trying to get this thing. I got super unlucky, but yeah, for this one, it's basically running the exact same as like all of the other Gobbidemics, but it has more speed with the nimble. So yeah, but like I said, there's basically 3 Gobbidemics. There's the very smart one that also does the most damage, the very nimble one, the quickest thing in the game. Then you have the in the between, the nimble smarts. You don't sacrifice as much damage, but you do outspeed almost everything, but like I know, like a very nimble Zulong. Nothing really else runs very nimble like all those higher speeds. So yeah. Anyway, that being said though, personality, nimble, smart, we are running the secret ability because we do have a new Barb set, which is Dorigo, and just a lot of things right now that can spread poison, which indirectly is a really good buff to Gobbidemic. For the item, I'm running Toxic Essence. 9 out of 10 times, actually 99 out of 100 times, we're going to be clicking Muck Blast. The other 2 moves we have is Air Blade and Trip Root. Those are just coverage moves. For the ability, it's Baneful, so if the opponent is poisoned, we do more damage, which is very nice. And like I said, for the damaging moves, we have got Gobblegoop, but it's not that great, to be honest. It's good at like draining energy, but for this specific Gobbidemic, we want to try and do as much damage as possible, so Muck Blast is our best option, just for the fattest damage possible. Trip Root, good to let us hit like Sedimars. Basically, if it's a Earth type, we can hit it super hard, and we can actually 2-shot most of them. Himber, Iza, Sedimars, Tyrex. Again, Tyrex is super big, so it's like super fat damage. Borok is really good. The only one that isn't really like, this isn't really good against is Garbantis, but we have Airblade for that as well. So yeah, Airblade's pretty good. Let's just deal with stuff like Swalder. Well, let's be honest, don't really use Swalder that much right now. I haven't really been seeing too many, but they just give us that coverage for the bug type, since these 2 moves get resisted by most of them. And then, last but not least, we have Health Gift. This is mostly up to you. I prefer Health Gift. If we're one of the quickest Loomians in the game, and Gobbidemic is on like 0 health, for example, like just 1 health, and it's not really going to do too much in the game, we can click Health Gifts, and because it's so quick, like we're almost guaranteed to get the health gift off. And for my specific team right now, like for example, Meditoad can't heal itself, Cephalops can heal itself, but not like directly. It's Soul Drain. Gardevoir can't heal itself, Garbantis can't heal itself, but like these 3, especially these 3 Lumens are really good, like super coverage. Garbantis is amazing, I don't really need to say anything about that. Meditoad is cool. So if Gobbidemic isn't really useful anymore, I can always health gift into one of these Loomians, especially Gardevoir as well, because it gives all of your health back, so Gardevoir can make a second use of its ability if it's weakened at all, so that's actually pretty good for that. But you can run Dodge if you really want to, it's up to you. And then for the TPs, just kind of standard stuff, 200, 200, making it as quick as possible so we outspeed the Progon, making it hit as hard as possible. That's the entire reason of this Gobbidemic with the Baneful and the Toxic Essence. 84 energy at level 50, gives you 250 energy. That's just like the standard what most Loomians want to try and hit. And for the Gobbidemic, if you have 250 energy, you can click Muck Blast 5 times, you can click it 4 times in a health gift. It's up to you, you can also just mix and match. And then the last, we're just going to jump into our health. If the melee defense was a little bit higher than our range defense, we would try and make our range defense a little bit higher. Again, for the Protogon, since it is super scary this update, I'm probably not going to cover Progon for a while because of how scary it actually is. I don't want everyone to use it, but I think most people are actually figuring out that it's really good. But yeah, that's basically Gobbidemic. Hop into the battles now then. Okay then, first battle we got Jamiy. Looks like an interesting team, and Gobbidemic looks really good against this team, so I'll gladly take it. So that is nice to go. And also, because I'm using a secret build to Gobbidemic, you usually want to bring something else that can poison the Loomian. So for my team, I have Dorigo, and actually they don't have the poison type, so they can't actually get rid of Barb. So pairing up Dorigo or Terrafly with his secret ability to Gobbidemic is really good. Or if you don't want to use poison Barbs, you can always bring something like your Puff or a Bloat, because they are both really good, and just spread poison around with the poison move rather than Barbs. But this is just a little bit easier, so I have to like click 5 different poisons. I can just click poison Barbs once, I don't even need like toxic poison, I just need 1 layer of barbs, not 2. But anyway, that's pretty good. Okay, I think this is what I'm gonna go with. So I brought my Seonite because I usually rock Ikazune, but I wanted to try Seonite for a little bit. It's probably not as good as Ikazune because Ikazune's got Flash and Flee, but we'll try it. And there is the Mutagun lead. Okay, then that should be fine. I don't think I get one-shotted, so I'm just going to go for the Barb straight away, and I can actually go for the Baffle if I really want to. But yeah, but for the Nimble, I'm probably going to mention the intro. I always do, but I record the battles before the intros. But because Proton is such a big threat, like we kind of need... I already I've been using a Gobbidemic, clearly. I've been using a very smart secret ability one, but Proton actually outspeeds that one. So I kind of need the Nimble one to outspeed the Protogun because, like I said, Protogun is just that much of a threat. Also, he didn't have an item, which really sucks. Okay then, don't really have anything too amazing to really swap into this thing. Gobbidemic is just gonna have to like beat it basically. So I think here, I would rather just go for more slapdowns and try and get as much damage as possible, or is Primal Slash better? I think slapdown's better. 65 doubled with stab. I think he went for 3 Brom boosts. He really isn't holding back, man. He really isn't holding back. Okay, we'll go for Primal Slash. Either way, we'll see actually which one does more damage. Yeah, Slapdown does more damage, I was right. That's gonna one-shot anything at this point. If it didn't one-shot Dorogo, which has really weak defenses, that would be really funny. Okay, we can basically go into Gobbidemic here. Also, I do have Health Gift on mine. You can run Dodge if you really want to, but because the energy at level 50 is 250, it just makes sense to run Health Gift for me, because I can go for 4 Muck Blast and a Health Gift. It all works out pretty well. So yeah, we're going to go into Gobbidemic here, and we should just take a Mutagon. I think we outspeed everything on his team, but we can't one-shot everything, so we do have to still be careful. So yep, there's a Muck Blast, see you later Mutagon, so there's Mutagon down. Zulong we should outspeed as well, but some people do run the very nimble Zulong because, again, Protogon trying to outspeed it as quick as possible, so that is nice. There's a Seonite. I'm pretty sure we can actually tank a hit from Seonite, but yeah, I would still rather swap out into Meditoad, I feel like, because I resist Metal, I don't resist Fire actually, and yeah, maybe Meditoad isn't the best option. Let's go into Garabantis, maybe? Yeah, we'll go into Garabantis, because for your secret ability Gobbidemic, yes, it can hit super hard, but it is best to like use like your Zulong or like a Protogon, like something really, really quick towards the end of the battle, or like in the middle of the battle. So like, you want to try and get some chip damage on some things, so here we can just go for a Burrow, honestly. Like, he's not really going to hit me that hard. If he goes for a Power Focus, I can provoke him, so he can't do that. He has Hop Kick, that's not going to do too much. I like how he punches and kicks at the same time. That's because, for the starters, all of them have an animation when they use any attack. But since we're adding more animations into the game now, it looks like the normal animation hasn't been turned off while they're doing their other one. So, don't know why it does that, but oh well. So, but like I was saying, for the Gobbidemic, you want to like save it late game or mid game, where things have a lot of damage already. This Dusk is dead, by the way, this Dusk is dead. That is not a great swap out. Also, I want to use a new Garabantis. I'll eventually go over a very nimble one. I already have a very nimble one, but mine is the secret ability one, the Sharp Claws, I think it is. For the new very nimble one, you still want Trash Armor, because Trash Armor is better with Battering Ram. So yeah, there's the Zulong that we are. We're spreading the poison on everything. I'm going to get that little bit of chip damage. So here, we're actually just going to swap out. There's no point in really staying in against Zulong for this specific one. Because yeah, and plus Garabantis can just tank the Seonite if it goes completely wrong. He actually swaps out again into Tatab. I don't really understand that. I guess he knew I was swapping out, but he should have Ancient Raw, so I don't know why he didn't use it, but it's alright for me. We're gonna go for a Slapdown. Tatab should not stay in. Like, Tatab should not stay in. Yes, I can get hit by... Well, I was expecting Jungle Jutsu. That isn't really gonna do anything, man. And Tatab is dead. But yeah, Gobbidemic just already outspeeds Tatab anyway. And it's quad weak to poison, so I mean... I shouldn't really need to explain what happens. It dies. It dies. Yo, what's up, Seonite? I kind of want to go into my Gobbidemic now, to be honest, so I'm just going to hit you with a Cycle Slap. It shouldn't do too much. Flaming Kick, okay, looks like he hasn't got a slap down, it looks like. That still doesn't even really do that much damage, okay. And that actually does quite a bit, dang. Watcher definitely coming in handy. Okay, I'm going to go for the rest. I want him to take me down at this point now. I want my Gobbidemic to try and get all of the rest of the kills, which it probably should be able to. But yeah, like I was saying, there are basically like 3 Gobbidemics you can run. I really just lived that one, that really sucks. There are 3 Gobbidemics that you can run. The Very Smart, which I already have, but right now it's not exactly amazing. If you want Very Smart, you probably want to decrease your melee defense. My Gobbidemic, my Very Smart one, is foolish, but you probably want Tender, so when Protogun comes out against it, it doesn't get +1 range attack, it gets +1 melee attack, because your range defense needs to be higher than your melee defense. Then you have your Very Smart, so that's the Very Smart one. Then you have your Very Nimble one, just to outspeed everything in the game. It's the quickest thing in the game under every circumstance. Nothing will outspeed it, but you are sacrificing some damage. The Very Smart one is the most damage. Or then you could run the one that I'm running right now, the Nimble Smart one, which still outspeeds the Protogun, which is nice for what we want it to do, because Protogun is very scary. Doesn't sacrifice as much damage, but still maintains its speed, so there's like 3 Gobbidemics you can run, but like I said, this one right now is probably the preferred one. If your team isn't weak to Protogun, I would recommend a Very Smart one, then do Frail and Tender, most likely on it. And yeah, but that is Gobbidemic. Let's hop into another battle really quickly. Okay then, second battle we got Successful. Let's have a look at their team. Don't really have anything else to really bring, so I guess I'm gonna bring Cephalops. I mean, the Meditoad and the Selenite don't look that amazing this battle, although I probably should have brought... I could have brought my Selenite for the Icicle Trap removal, because that's the only fire type I have, so hopefully he doesn't go for Icicle Traps, otherwise I'm dead. Unfortunately, I'll be really dead. Come on man, what are you gonna do? In this situation, you know that I can't really do damage to you, man. I can remove an item if you have one, but you should most likely just go for Icicle Traps. Get Icicle Traps down. Although he doesn't know that I don't have a fire type right now, so we'll have to wait and see, I guess, what he does. So he has a Cephalops. I actually didn't keep track of the loss. I haven't really been keeping track of the teams as much recently, but I think for this battle I probably kind of need to, because it's a pretty scary team. It's actually the Hypnotize one. That's what you get, man. How dare you try and put me to sleep? How dare you, man? Who do you think you are? Okay, actually, I probably wanted Electric Essence for my Guardian for the Cephalops, and also it can hit the Protogun, so probably should do that. I'm gonna go for Primal. I just want to deal damage at this point. We'll see what they're gonna do. So we will see. I don't really know what he's gonna be doing though. Like, is he gonna go for another Hypnotize? Because he shouldn't. He does. He misses again. You love to see it, man. You absolutely love to see people miss it. So yeah, unfortunately on this specific team that I have, I don't have my bloat, so I'm kind of good. I am going to struggle with Cephalops a little bit, but because it's like half health now, and it even two-shot my Dorigo, why aren't you use... Oh no, you can't use Tsunami. I resist it. Oh, actually Dorigo's not that bad, I guess. But surprisingly it didn't two-shot me, so I will take another Primal Slash, man. Yeah, now it's so weak, Gobbidemic can just one-shot it from this health anyway. I mean, Hypnotize isn't going to really help you, man. Oh, actually, it's a secret ability one! No way! It's actually a secret ability one! Someone told me it doesn't work! It clearly works! It clearly works! That actually will kill me now. Nice! I actually got a critical hit, so that sleep actually didn't really matter, but oh well. Nice! I actually haven't seen one of those yet. That's actually really cool. Okay then, let's go into, what's the best thing to go into here? What does he have for Garbantis? I don't think he really had anything for it, so we'll go into Garbantis here, I think. I think they should be fine. We can just go for the Battering Ram. Cephalops is basically out of energy, so if they swap out, when it comes back in, or if it does come back in, it has one more move, potentially just one, so that's good for me. I also wanted to bring the Ferroglyph, but I've already got like a team of 7, so I couldn't really fit it onto the team. And I have the Meditoad, but I needed a fire type, so didn't really want Ikazune because my team is usually weak to Earth, but I have got Garbantis, so I could have brought the Ikazune. Flash and Flee is always nice, but I decided to bring the Selenite for a little bit. Glad he didn't set up the traps, by the way, but he probably hasn't got Ice Cold Traps because he probably has Frost Beam, Tsunami, Soul Drain, Hypnotize, so he can't actually fit it onto his team. Cyclops is down. I probably would have saved it, but he might not have anything to really deal with the Garbantis. Look, like, trying to remember his team, I don't think he really had anything for it. I can set up on Sedimars. Tatab can hit me, I guess. I Oko, Solche, Muchun. It has no melee defense, so I can just hit it really, really hard. I don't think I can one-shot it, so he can probably one-shot me, but I can hit it really, really hard if I want to. But if it actually is the Muchun, we'll go into our Garadrone. Also, I have no idea why they had taken so long to click a Loomian Man. I don't know if like they're trying to damage calc or anything, but they're really slow at it, so oh no. Oh no. Oh, there we are. Nice. Terraclaw. Yeah, doesn't really do much against Deceiver, to be honest. We're just gonna go for the Provoke, because I don't know what Terraclaw really does, but I'm just gonna provoke it just in case. I don't think it really has anything low like that, right? Actually, it was gonna do that. Don't know what it was gonna do. It might have been trying to provoke us, which I mean, hey, what are you doing, man? I'm gonna go for a Burrow. How do you like this? Okay, there we are. Nice. Probably what? Cyclone Slam, yeah, but we're +1. It doesn't really do anything. And now we can actually just click Battering Ram. Something will basically die if they come out, and if the Terraclaw stays in, it will take quite a lot of health, and my Gobbidemic can clean it up later. So this is good. Actually, it didn't really do that much damage. Dang, that must be like pretty melee defensive, I think. Because usually I think it does way more than that. Because most people run the range tanky Terraclaw. But since he has Sedimars on his team, I'm going to assume that this is a melee defensive one then instead. Okay then. Here we can just go for Battering Ram again. There's nothing else that we really need to do. Go for another Battering Ram. He can't really do anything to us anyway. Cyclone Slam. Yeah, it's not really going to do much, to be honest. Poison will take him down this turn, so we can just go for arrests. He's going to click Cyclone Slam again, which is going to be painful this time, but we still should be fine. Surprisingly, he actually stayed in. I guess he's just trying to get as much chip damage as possible. Terraclaw is going to go down. Oh, it's the Eerie Stare. Okay, that's fine. We got our rest though, and we beat the Terraclaw, so I'm not losing anything. I can easily swap out. I have Cephalops can tank pretty well. Gardrone can tank pretty well, but I would rather use that as a revenge killer. One of the better revenge killers, since it has so much coverage. So yeah, and plus it can't get one-shotted unless it's a multi-hitting move, which don't think any of them in the game can actually do that right now. Yep, so I actually did predict the Muchun. Why didn't you bring it out against the Garbantis straight away? I mean, yeah, slow me down, but does a -1 Garbantis get outsped by a Muchun? I don't know, but I have this anyway. Raging Howl is going to do quite a lot still. Actually, almost two-shots me, which is... that hurts really, really badly. That really hurts. But we can go for the Steel Crusher here, I believe is the best damage move that we have. Yep, going to withdraw into, I would assume, Tatab. Actually, Sedimars. Okay, nice. We have Frost Beam with the Frost Essence, so we're just going to hit this thing hard. And then Gobbidemic kind of wins us the game. Oh, actually, could have Tatab. We could save the Gardrone, but I think I'd rather just hit Frost Beam. If he KOs me, he KOs me. It's not the end of the world. I have Gobbidemic to clean up Sedimars and stuff. Yep, Sedimars is going to get KO'd if he goes for an Earthquake. Nice. He hits it. It just takes me down. We go into Gobbidemic. He's probably going to sacrifice his Sedimars here. Can't really go into this... oh, I have Garbantis as well. Yeah, we'll go into Gobbidemic here, I think. We can take out the Sedimars. I can try and see how much damage we can actually do against the Muchun. Just Trip Roots. No need to really click anything else. I wonder what his last one is. I want to say it's Tatab, but I don't think it's going to bring Tatab to a Gobbidemic team. I mean, let's be honest, this team is mostly Gobbidemic, and the team is like, surrounding it is to try and help the Gobbidemic do as much as possible. Garbantis can spread poison. If Poison Barbs gets cleared, the Dorigo, Poison Barbs. So yeah. Actually, it's Joltooth as his last one. I think we're good, but I'm just going to swap into my Garbantis, because I can chip it a little bit. Actually, I might just straight up one-shot it, but if he goes for Electric Move, I'm immune. Goes for Primal Slash or whatever it is, I forgot where it actually is. It's not going to do too much. Even if it's Ambush, it's not going to do too much. See, I still can tank it, and I outspeed it, so no matter what he does here, we should be good. Okay then, just gonna click the battering ram. Joltooth can take it, Moochun can take one of them, but now Gobbidemic can just straight up just delete it. Critical hit, that kind of sucks. Glad he didn't hit that last turn though, because I'm pretty sure the critical hit would have killed me there. Okay then, Gobbidemic can come out. We could actually go into the Cephalops, take the hits, and then health gift into the Cephalops if we really need to, but I think that's not really going to work, so I'm going to go into the Gobbidemic. The Moochun, I'm pretty sure one-shots me. It just depends on how much damage I do to it, and how much my Cephalops can tank from it. But yeah, but since Gobbidemic's the quickest thing in the game, it's also just really, really good. Just like, really, really good. There's a Moochun. It's a little bit weakened from the poison, but not a lot of weak, so Mug Blast for the damage. Secret ability is going to boost our damage, and the poison at the end of the turn is going to decrease a little bit as well. Also, we have Poison Essence. You don't exactly have to run Poison Essence, but Mug Blast is like the move that you're going to be clicking, let's be honest, 99% of the time. Oh my gosh! You should have clicked Raging Cowl, man! You should have clicked Raging Cowl! That is so lucky! Even though, even if he did KO my... Oh, I actually got a crit there, nice. That didn't really matter, though. If I got the crit the last turn, though, that would have been better. But yeah, even if he killed my Gobbidemic, my Cephalops was at full health, I don't think it would have killed me still, but dang, that was lucky. That was really lucky. Although, yeah, and there's Gobbidemic. Really good, definitely would recommend. It is one of the scariest Loomias now. Like, Cinemoth, for Cinemoth, now it's actually really, really good. The same for Gobbidemic now. When Gobbidemic first came out, it was the most annoying Loomian. It was the quickest Loomian, and it had Hypnotize. So like that was basically it would just spam Hypnotize, and that was the entire gimmick. It didn't really have like any amazing moves other than Muck Blast, Hypnotize, Health Gift. It had Poison. It didn't have Trip Root yet. It didn't have Air Blade yet until this update. So yeah. But now, after a couple updates, it actually has now coverage moves. So yeah, it's just really, really good, and still one of the quickest Loomias, and another Poison Barb spreader, which is also really nice because it kind of like indirectly buffs Gobbidemic. So yeah, with that being said though, gonna leave off here. I'll see you guys next time.